Hi guys, I hope you all are doing great. So see guys, in today's video, we will discuss couple of I would say important uh, ideas or points that can be useful for you guys. So let's get started without any further delay. So see, first point that I have selected or you can say chosen to discuss, that is, why can't we speak with confidence? What is the reason and how can we get this fixed? All right. Second, how can we correct ourselves while speaking? Third, how to sound. The point that I wanted to discuss with you all, that is, why don't we sound confident while speaking? What are the reasons and how can we get this fixed? Okay. So see, I think I should start with the first point. Okay. There are a couple of pointers as well, but I think I should talk about the first point. So let's suppose you are having any sort of interview call, okay, you are attending any sort of, I would say, meeting, or you're just talking to one of your friends or colleague, right? Especially in English. Well, you have to identify the reason, right? Why does it happen? Yeah, like why is it happening, right? Shivering, fumbling, mumbling, lack of clarity, lack of confidence, under confident at all. Okay. So what you would find is that lack of practice, or you can say fear of judgments. So these are the two, I would say, most important thing. Okay, most important things actually. Okay, that always stop you, okay, to become a fluent speaker. These are the most important things that is, I would say, stopping you, where you have to work on. Now let's suppose I'm having a call, okay, with one of my client, or I would say with my manager, okay, and while speaking, I'm getting stuck in between the conversation. There is no clarity, my rate of speech is so high, right? And my entire body is bigness, right? So it happens just because I would say lack of practice. Why? Because we don't practice. So first of all, I would say we all have to practice at least initially 5 to 10 minutes every day without any miss. First. Second thing, so we have to think positive about ourselves, right? So there is a word called fear of judgment or fear of being judged. Okay. So rather than thinking what people are thinking about you, what if people make fun of you, right? Just focus on your message. When you focus on your message, you will be able to deliver your message in a more effective way, in a more positive way, right? So here point is that we have to focus on our message, okay, and fill your, I would say, mind with positive things. Do not think anything negative about yourself. Even if you are making mistake, even if you are not that much confident, let it be. You have to think positive about yourself and focus on your message. Do not focus what people are thinking. What if people make fun of you? Let them do whatever they want to. Okay, that is not your job and you do not have any control over it. What you can control is your mind, okay, your topic, your body language, your rate of speech, clarity, confidence, pronunciation. So these are the things that you can control, okay, and these are the areas where you have to work on. So let's suppose you are having say an interview call, okay, and you are speaking too fast, right? If someone speaks too fast, it means that person is not that much confident, okay. So try to speak slowly, not but that much slow or that fast. Your rate of speech should be good, so that people can understand you and you do not need to repeat yourself again and over again, okay. So first of all, try to speak slowly, or I would say as good as you can, and focus on your rate of speech. You have to make sure that people are listening to you, or the person to whom you are interacting, that person is listening to you, and you are not having to repeat yourself again and over again. First. Second thing, fear of being judged or fear of judgment. So even if you are making mistake, do not think like that, no, people are judging me, or what if people make fun of me. Let them do whatever they want to. It's just that you have to focus on your message. You have to fill your mind with with positive things. You have to focus on your message. When you think positive, when you focus on your message, you will be able to deliver your message in a more effective way, more, I would say, positive way, and you can, convince, or I would say, impress the person to whom you are interacting. All right. So fear of judgment or fear of being judged is very bad, especially for beginners. So I would advise you to avoid even thinking about it. All right. Third, whenever you get stuck in between the conversation, or your mind goes blank while talking, right, take pause, like take deep breath, then take pause, I would say, for 2 or 3 seconds. Let your mind think about the, I would say, relevant words in order to complete your message, in order to complete your sentence. Don't panic, don't try to speak fastly, don't try to impress anybody. Try to speak slowly with confidence. Focus on your message rather than, and do not focus what people are thinking about you. Fill your mind with positive things only. And if in case your mind, goes blank while speaking, take pause it, I would say, take a deep breath, take pause for 2 or 3 seconds. Let your mind, find out the, I would say, relevant words in order to complete the sentence, or I would say, message. Okay, so these are the most important things that you have to keep in your mind while speaking, right? So all in all, I would say, fear of judgment and fear of being judged, you can say. And second is lack of practices, lack of practice. So these are the main reason. Okay, that's why we, I would say, we do not uh, sound that much confident while speaking, or we can say, we, our body, entire body shiver while speaking in English. Okay, so what I feel is that we have to practice a lot. Practice is something that can help you to become a confident speaker. All right, do not try to speak so fast, or so, like, too slow. Keep your rate of speech as good as you can. Okay, if in case you are not able to find out the good words or relevant words, take a deep breath, then complete the sentence and deliver your message. Okay, so I'm telling you to, and this is, I would say, a very, practical thing that everybody, I would say, applies. Number one is practice. Number two is, don't get panic, don't think negative. Okay, take deep breath, take pause for 2 or 3 seconds, then complete your sentence. Right, now let's move on and talk about the second point, and I think this is the most important point where we all have to focus. It is your uh, body language, your body posture, your hand gesture, your eye contact. Okay, so what I would say, believe is that body language matters a lot. Okay, and 70%, you can say, your communication skill, can help you to crack the interview, and in fact 30% and 70% your body language, the way you are sitting, the way you are maintaining your eye contact. Okay, the way you are using your hand gesture, your body language, your shoulders posture and all. So these are the, I would say, secondary but most important thing. Okay, so let's suppose I am talking to you, so I have to make, just let's suppose I'm talking to you, I'm just maintaining my eye contact, right? And look at my shoulder, I'm just standing like this. Okay, and I'm talking to you guys. So same goes with you as well. If you are having any sort of interview call, or even you are like talking casually to your friends or colleagues, okay, and you are sitting, so don't sit with the cross leg. Okay, sit like, do not cross your legs. Okay, and try to use ये जैसे like, हाँ, try to use your hands like this. If you're sitting on table, uh, just try to sit like this. Maintain eye contact. Then your, I would say, shoulder. Your shoulder should not be down like this. It should be like this. Okay. Then your body, like a hand gesture. If you are saying something, if you are trying to convince someone, use your hand like this. Okay, make sure like it is not going, I would say, beyond this. Keep it like this only. Use your hand gesture, your body language, your shoulder, and the most important thing is that your eye contact. Meanwhile, you also have to make sure that you are taking deep breath. Okay, don't get panic. Don't try to speak fast, or don't try to impress someone, or the interviewer, or the person to whom you are interacting. So what I feel is that when you speak slowly, you sound, I would say, more confident. Okay, if you are speaking too fast, it is simple an indication that you are not that much confident. Okay, and it does happen just because of lack of confidence. So how can you build up confidence while speaking? So first of all, you have to practice a lot every day. Second thing, think positive about yourself, and avoid thinking like what people would say if I make mistake. Fill your mind with positive things only. Focus on your message. Focus on areas which are in your hand. Take deep breath. Take pause for 2 or 3 seconds. Okay, then start speaking. So first of all, practice every day. Second, take deep breath. Take pause and try to speak. If in case your mind goes blank, take pause for 2 or 3 seconds. Let your mind choose the right words in order to complete the sentence or message. Okay, in second part, let's suppose you are having like conversation 101. It, I would say, person to person conversation, and you're standing in front of that person. Maybe it could be your interviewer, it could be your senior, it could be your manager, it could be anybody. So there are four things that you have to keep in your mind. First, you have to maintain your eye contact. Okay, second, your body language, that includes your, I would say, the way you are sitting. Make sure that you are not sitting with crossed leg. Okay, using your hand gesture, and your shoulder should be up like this, not down. So when you sit like this, you will surely be able to speak with confidence, and you will be able to deliver your message in a more positive way. Now let's move on and talk about the third point, and I think it's most important point. Do not use catchy, fancy, or difficult words. Okay, try to use as simple words as you can. Try to use as simple grammar as you can. If in case you are using heavy or difficult words, and the person to whom you are interacting, that person is not able to understand you, then there is no use of using such heavy, difficult, or catchy words. Communication means how effectively you are communicating, how easily you are making people to understand you. So you can only become a good communicator when people understand you in a more positive way, in a one go I would say, and they do not need to say, can you come again? Can you repeat it again? Okay. And it can only be done if you speak slowly and clearly and take proper breath and make sure that you're using simple words or simple grammar. Now let's move on and talk about fourth thing. Let's suppose you are having a conversation with your colleague, with your manager, and you have made a mistake. Okay. So you can say, let me correct. Okay. Or I mean to say, okay. Or you can say, let me make you understand. Okay. Or you can say, let me repeat myself. Meaning you have to defend yourself if in case you think or you believe that I have made a mistake and it can cause a blunder. So what you can do is you can just continue the conversation. You can, I would say, correct yourself by using such, I would say, phrases like, let me correct myself, let me repeat it once again, let me make you understand, or you can say, what I am trying to say is that. Okay. So these are, I would say, a couple of things that you can use if in case you make mistake while speaking. All right. So these are the, I would say, most important thing that can surely help you out to become a good or a confident speaker. Now let's move on and talk about the fourth and I would say most important thing, that is, what was yeah, so the fourth point, and what I believe is that it is most important thing. So it is just a language. Okay. Don't get panic. Let's suppose you are going to have an interview call. Okay. It happens, I would say, with everybody, almost with everybody. Okay. Our heartbeat increases a lot, our entire body start shivering, our minds go blank while speaking. Okay. So treat that interviewer or the manager or the client like as your friend. Do not let your mind think like he is your interviewer or she is your interviewer. If you think like this, you won't be able to communicate with that person in a proper way, or you can say more effective way. So you have to train your mind in a way, okay, that the person to whom I am interacting, it is a person like me. Okay. Or it is just my friend, not director, manager and all. So you have to realize it to your mind that that person is my friend, or like it's normal friend. It's not like CEO or company manager or client and all. Okay. And you must have realized, like, we make mistakes in interviews. Okay. But at the same time, if we talk to our, like I would say, our colleague, our friends, our family members, we do not make we do not make I would say that much mistakes. Why? Because we don't get panic, right? We speak with, I would say, confidence. Okay. Why? Because we are familiar with them, right? At the same time, if in case we are having any sort of interview, we mess up everything, right? That we can't express ourselves, we speak I would say too fast. Okay. And in order to, I would say, impress, or in order to, you can say, speak fast or with fluency, we lose our confidence. Okay. So what I believe is that confidence is more important. So confidence is more important than fluency. So everybody likes to interact with a confident communicator, a confident person. Later, slowly and gradually, you can become a, I would say, fluent speaker. But first of all, you have to focus. You have to try to become a confident speaker. And confidence can only be, I would say, improved if you interact, if you practice. For that, you have to take initiative, you have to practice a lot every day. Now move on, like I'm just going out of track, out of my topic. So topic was, treat that person, consider that person as your friend, as your family member, as your colleague. Okay, you have to train your mind in that way, that the person to whom I'm going to interact, he or she just a person, not director or senior manager or client or whatsoever. When you think like that, when you know force your mind or brain to think like this, you will surely do good in interview call or in a, like say, meeting call and whatever it is. So it's all about our mentality. Let me give you an example. Let's suppose you are interacting with your friends, right? You're talking about say about your future life, right? Or about your school days, right? You can communicate with your friends in a very, I would say, good way, in a more effective way. Why? Because you are familiar with that person. Okay, you're not thinking about grammar, you're not thinking about like anything, you're not thinking about the result, whether you are going to fail or pass. And that's why you are able to express yourself, right? And that's why you are able to deliver your message clearly with confidence. Why? Because you are just considering that person as normal person, and you are not worrying about the result. So same rules or same things should be applied whenever you are interacting with the client, with you are having an interview call, or you are going to talk to your manager or director. Okay, so you have to apply these rules, these things, like the person to whom I'm going to interact, he or she is just a normal person. Okay, and do not think about result, whether it could be negative, it could be positive, you may fail, you may reject. That should not affect, or I would say that should not impact your, I would say, message. You have to make sure that you are focusing on your message. You have to treat that person or consider that person as your friend, and do not think about the result. When you apply all these things, I'm 110% sure you will be able to impress that person, you will be able to crack the interview, or you will be able to deliver your message in a more positive way, in a more confident way, or you can say more clearly. Why? Because you are not like thinking about that result. So whenever we look, I would say, fill our minds with what would be the result, what if I get fail, what he or she is an, I would say, a director, or I would say a client from USA or UK, right? Or someone else, and how can I express myself? When start thinking all these things, this is where we make mistake, and this is where we get fail. So I have given a very good example. If you're talking to your friends or family about anything, about it could be about your daily routine, about your school days, about your future, about your interview, it could be, if you can practice with them, right? You speak with confidence, clarity. Why? Because you do not care about the result, you do not care about the person, right? Because that person is your friend. Okay, you are not worrying about result. Why? Because it is just normal, I will say, mock interview, it's normal conversation. Okay, at the same time, if you go for interview, you so you we think a lot. What if I get fail? Okay, what if I can't answer this, and god knows how is it going to happen. The person is, I would say, looking too uh, or say smart, or too dashy. How would I handle them, right? So to consider, so in order to avoid all these things, you have to just keep two things in your mind, in fact three things. First of all, do not think about result. Do not consider like whether you are going to pass or fail. Okay, leave it on God. Leave it on your destiny. Do not think about the result. Second, consider that person as your best friend. Let your mind that the person to whom I'm going to interact, he or she just my friend. Okay, and try to be frank, be open as much as you can, but make sure that you are maintaining professionalism as well. Third, focus on your topic, focus on your words, focus on your sentence, focus on your message, because that person is not going to judge your knowledge. That person is not going to see what are the words that you are using. That person is going to judge you based on the conversation, the way you are delivering your message, the way you are trying to convince that person, the way you are trying to make him understand, right? So your message matters a lot, and no one cares about your grammar, about your vocabulary and all. Everybody cares about your message. So you have to focus on your message only, and try to use as simple words, or I would say as simple grammar as you can. Here your aim is to crack the interview. Here your aim is, I would say, to deliver your message in a positive way, right? If you are going to select, it is good. If in case you are not selected, that is also good, right? Point is, do not consider that person as interviewer or client or manager. Consider him or her as your best friend. Just train your mind that this is the person to whom I'm going to interact. I talk to that person on a daily basis. Okay, and do not think about result. Do not worry about the result. When you apply all these things, you will surely be able to deliver your message in a more effective way, in a more positive way, in a more, I would say, clear way, right? Then I'm sure you will be able to crack the interview. It's not about interview only. It could be your like an interview call, it could be your client call, it could be your meeting, it could be your, you know anything. Here my point is that you just have to focus on your message. Okay, you just have to think like positive, fill your mind with positive things. You just have to think about that person to whom you are going to interact. It is he or she just your friend. When you train your mind just like this, yeah, so when you train your mind like this, you will surely be able to impress that person. You will surely able to deliver your message in a more effective way, in a more positive way. So point is, it's all about our mentality. It's all about our thinking. Let's suppose I'm interacting, or you can say I'm talking to you calmly. Why? Because I know you all are my friend, right? And I don't care whether you like me or not. I don't care whether you subscribe me or not. I don't care whether you know and I don't care, I don't even care about the result. And that's why I'm speaking like this. At the same time, if I consider, at the same time, if I go for an interview and talk like Donald Trump and try to impress that person, and I'm speaking so fast, I'm using lots of heavy or difficult words, and I'm just focusing on fluency. All these things will surely destroy my confidence. Okay, so when you speak slowly, you get time. Your mind gets time, right, to select or to choose the right words. This is when you deliver your message in a more effective way. This is when you get time, okay, to I would say use a relevant words or catchy words in order to complete your sentence, or you can say in order to complete your message. So what I believe is that it's all about mentality, it's all about thinking. But that doesn't mean you do not need to practice. No, you have to practice a lot, because you can only hand, so at least you have to learn basic things, right? Basic grammars, basic vocabulary words. So it's all about mentality, it's all about thinking. So I'm just going to repeat all these things that I have discussed once again. First of all, try to speak slowly and clearly. If in case your mind goes blank, take deep breath or pause, let your mind think, let your mind choose the right word and continue the conversation. Second, if in case you are making mistake, if in case you are having a call and you are making mistake, just you can defend it. You can I would say defend yourself. Let me make you understand, right? Let me make you correct. Okay, what I mean is that, and what I'm saying is that, like this. So these are the, I would say, phrases that you can use to defend or to correct yourself. Third and most important, maintain the eye contact, body posture, shoulder, hand gesture, eye contact. Okay, try to speak slowly and clearly, take deep breath, and use as simple words as you can. Fourth and most important, try to practice a lot. When I say a lot, initially I would say at least practice for 10 to 15 minutes. Stand in front of mirror, stand up in front of mirror, record yourself, or you can say you can record yourself in your mobile phone. Just play that video and see what are the areas where you have made mistakes and work on those areas. It could be about your pronunciation, about your rate of speech, clarity, grammar, confidence, eye contact, body posture, hand gesture. It could be anything. Okay, so you will be able to improve yourself only if you practice, because when you speak up, when you practice, only then you will realize like uh, what are the areas where I am lacking and how can I address them. All right, so that's all in today's video, guys. I hope I was able to teach you something new. If you have any doubt or any query, even you have any suggestion, any advice, any feedback for me, please do let me know in the comment box. I would love to hear from you. We'll meet you tomorrow at the same time. Till then, take care. Have a nice time ahead. Bye bye. Love you all. Take care.